If you struggle to exercise, but you really, really want to, but actually you've only got 10 minutes, but you think, you know what, 10 minutes is not long enough to really achieve anything, then you're in exactly the right place. Because today I'm joined by Jeremy Thom, and he's going to tell you exactly why 10 minutes is a perfect time for you to exercise. So over to you, Jeremy.
Thank you, Julie. And yeah, as Julie just mentioned, that the power of 10 minutes, it really, if you can use that 10 minutes to your advantage, then you're going to find that it's going to be an amazing, you're going to feel so much better than choosing not to do it. So if you've only got 10 minutes, then that is the perfect amount, and it can absolutely change your health and your fitness. And so I'm going to prove that to you today because I know right now you're a bit skeptical, you're a bit, "Oh, I'm not sure about what you're saying is going to be true." But trust me, just give me 5 minutes of your time and I'll be able to change that line of thinking. Now, I understand life gets busy. You're juggling work, you're juggling family commitments, and you're thinking, well, I don't have the time. But that's why 10 minutes, you can find 10 minutes, and I guarantee the person next to you is thinking the same thing. So yes, I've got 10 minutes as well. Now, the reason why 10 minutes works is that consistency beats duration. And what I mean by that is if you just do 10 minutes daily, you'll find that that adds up to 60 hours of training per year. And when you think about it from that perspective, you're like, wow, if I did 60 hours of training per year, how much is that going to impact my life? And and it's not going to take up a big chunk of your time, is it? Because you've just agreed with me that 10 minutes is something that you can give up on a consistent basis. The other thing that I would like to mention as well, that studies have actually shown that short bursts improve your cardiovascular health, it boosts your mood, it activates your muscles, and it also builds that happy gene. So that's sort of it's important as well that to know that 10 minutes does matter. From a metabolic boost point of view, short, intense sessions can spike your metabolism for up to 4 hours. So when we're talking about your metabolic, what I mean by that is if you're sitting here, listening to this video, then if your metabolism is nice and high, you're actually burning fat at a much faster rate than what you would if your metabolic was low. So that's what I mean by that. So short, intense sessions can really spike that. Another thing also is that 10 minutes actually is going to lead to doing more. So a lot of the times, getting started is the biggest problem. You generally find that, you know what, if I just will myself to do 10 minutes, you might actually find that you do more. It's amazing on how that's happened. I mean, I'll tell you a little story. Is that actually I've got a client of mine that runs 3 dental clinics. So you can imagine this guy's really, really busy. And I made a deal with him. I said, look, if you give me 10 minutes of your time, let's do these workouts. And I guarantee you, after a month of this, you're going to feel so much better. And it actually grew from that. He ended up actually swimming from Perth to Rottnest. Now, if you're not sure how far that is, it is very, very far. Get on a map and check that out. It is absolutely crazy on how he's able to do that. And it started from 10 minutes. So it can really blossom into amazing, amazing things. So the question is, what can I do in 10 minutes? Well, there's lots of things you can do in 10 minutes. You can do squats. So if I got you to do squats for a minute, if you did push-ups, whether it's on your toes or knees, doesn't really matter. Glute bridges, which again is a pretty common exercise. You could do a minute of your plank. Again, planking is a very common exercise as well. If you did 2 rounds of that with a 30-second rest in between, you're at your 10 minutes and you've already done 4 fantastic exercises for your entire body. You could even throw in some cardio in there as well. You could do 20 seconds of a high impact exercise, whether it's some skipping, some fast marches on the spot, running on the spot. You could do that 8 times with a 40-second break. So that's another alternative as well. And also what I like to get you guys to do is do some mobility as well, because especially once we reach a certain age, mobility is super important. So doing things like cat to cow stretches, doing some hip circles, You could do some shoulder rolls as well. That would be really good too. And again, go through that sequence 2 or 3 times. Once again, you're at your 10 minutes. So there's just three alternatives. If you like to get that information, then of course just contact me and I'll be more than happy to send that particular routine to you. Um, yeah, so I would encourage you guys just to pick, one style based on your mood. So rather than being like, oh, I've got to do strength training today, you may not be ready for that. So I would say, what do you feel like doing? Do you feel like doing something that's a bit more for your mobility? Do you feel like doing something that's a bit more for your cardio? Then I would get you to choose one of those. So hopefully I've convinced you. Hopefully you've thought that's, you've gone out of that bracket of 10 minutes won't do anything. Remember that your results aren't the ones doing the longest workouts. They're the ones actually doing something consistently. And really, end of the day, the more you move, the easier it is to do later. So yeah, so if you can schedule, I want to challenge you guys. I want you to schedule just one thing, for this week, 10 minutes in length, lock it into your calendar, and get you to do that, and then build from there, and then aim to do two the next week and three the next week, and just build it up from there. If you don't need more time at the end of the day, you just got to start. 10 minutes really is enough, and it's enough to get you the results.
Wow. What's not to love about that? And my goodness, 60 hours of exercise in a year, that's phenomenal.
Mm.
I love what you've shared, Jeremy. Thank you so, so much. I mean, people watching, listening, if you're not completely convinced that 10 minutes a day is the way to go, then get on it. I mean, I'm 67 right now, and I know the importance of being able to get off the floor if I
Mm.
fall over, and all those things, will actually over time really build that strength and stamina, and also it really makes a difference to your confidence, doesn't it, Jeremy?
Oh, 100%, 100%. You're just going to feel a completely different person at the end of the day. Exercise releases those endorphins, that happy gene I discussed before. And if you become a happier, healthy person, then you are going to be the best version of yourself.
Absolutely. Thank you so, so much, Jeremy. So, for those of you that are watching, check out Jeremy's links. They'll be below. And do get in touch with him about that sheet so you can be reminded of what he's just talked about. And, send him a question. Get in touch. He's such an amazing man. My links will be there as well. So, thank you once again, Jeremy. And thank you, everyone, for watching.
No problems, Julie. Thank you.